to watch a recording. So welcome to our very first 2020 season virtual open house. Do you guys like my little banner in the background? If we were at a real open house, we would have a banner, right? So we happen to have a banner and I happen to have it. And I said, let's put it up. So thank you guys for taking the time to be here today. This is a great opportunity to network, but also learn more about Diamond membership, meet some of our trainers, and just learn more about if Diamond membership is a good fit for you. So as you know, Diamond membership is open today, and it hasn't been open for a year. So we are really excited. We've been like this big build up. I feel like I've been planning a wedding. I was just telling Shannon on our Facebook Live, I feel like I've been planning a wedding, and the day is finally here. So we're very excited. So I'm actually going to give everyone an opportunity. I want to get to know you because there's a lot of new faces that I haven't met before. So I would love to have you introduce yourself, tell us who you are. You could share with us if you have a business. How long have you been a DOT? I see a couple of current Diamond members on here, so let us know if you are a Diamond. We have some of our trainers here. You share with us that you're a trainer, and then we're going to. I want to know. I always like to do an icebreaker question just so that I can get to know you better. And the question I want to know is, what is one resource that you need to take your business to the next level? So that's the icebreaker question that we're going to talk about today. So, and then we're going to hear from our trainers, and then we will open the floor up to any questions that you may have about Diamond membership. I want to make sure that you leave here with all of your questions answered. So the first person, so Nicole, you were actually in my top left corner there. So I'm going to let you introduce yourself first. Okay?
Okay, I'm unmuted.
You are.
Can you hear me? All right, well, hopefully you can't hear the dogs. So I tried to get them out, but they might go off while I'm introducing. So my name is Nicole Perry. I became a DOT in June, but I really feel like I became a DOT at Celebration. Like I feel like that's really when it happened for me. So it's only been a couple of months. And what else am I supposed to?
What is one resource, or tell us about your business.
So I am, I created a marketing and advertising platform for women entrepreneurs in my area of Massachusetts. And I built the platform around my FM radio show. So I started a show in 2013 because I wanted to reach more people myself. And so that's where my passion is to help women with marketing and advertising in a little bit of an out-of-box kind of way, or out-of-the-box kind of way. I have zero education, if you will, in marketing and advertising, but I'm just really good at it. So that's what I do. My company has evolved from there, and I'm very interested in hearing more about what the Diamond membership offers.
Awesome. So what's one resource that you need to take your business to the next level?
Well, I want to do more speaking.
Okay.
So, you know, I when I first showed up and saw everybody getting on the stage on day one, I was sort of like, oh my God, pressure. I don't know if I want to do that. And then by the end of day two, I'm like, oh my God, I want to do that. So, you know, I was drinking the Kool-Aid right along with everybody. And I'm writing my first book. So once my book comes out, I am definitely going to want to do more speaking gigs.
Awesome. Well, we are glad that you're here.
Thank you.
All right, Connie stepped away really quick. So Pam, you are next on my screen.
And I'm unmuted. There you go. Hi, Hi, everybody. I'm Pam Foley, and I am in super cold but stopped snowing now, Denver. And I'm the business development trainer for Diamonds this next year. I own a company called AOU Branding and Strategy. I work with entrepreneurs and professionals, helping them build and scale their business. So I work on personal brand, and business strategy. I do that. Just quick background, I'm a former attorney and had opened up a business. They went from $1 to, well, I built almost $1 million in 3 years, and then opened up a real estate team and sold $40 million in property in 3 years. So I know how to build a business because I've made every mistake, and now I help other people. And my question, what do I need for my business? Today, I need time, because I have some new stuff launching and I'm just not getting it done the way I should. I'm having too much fun watching the dog play in the snow. So.
Awesome. Well, we're so glad you're here, and we're going to hear from you a little bit later.
Okay.
So thanks. Connie, I'm going to come back over to you since you stepped away for a moment. Tell us introduce yourself.
Okay, so I'm Connie Warden, and Pam, I'm also in Denver, well, Littleton, so enjoying the snow, sort of. And who was that that had the dogs? Because I actually went to get dog treats. That's what I left for, to give my dog treats. Anyway, so my name is Connie Warden. I live in Littleton, and I've been a dot since January of this year. And my business is morphing. I'm an acupuncturist, yoga instructor, meditation teacher, that kind of thing. And I'm wanting to go more towards the yoga and online yoga. So the one resource I would be looking for right now is somebody to help me make videos that look professional, a little bit of, intro, outro, that kind of stuff. And I'm really interested in the Diamond and what this all is about, what the Diamond membership has to offer.
Awesome. Well, we're glad that you're here.
And I do golf, but those are not my golf clubs.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Amy, you are next on my screen.
Okay, hi, my name is Amy Goober. I live in Massachusetts, and I have been a member, I think, since May of this year. And I am a health coach for a wellness program that also has a weight loss component. So I'm a believer. My husband and I lost 50 pounds combined 6 years ago. So in 2013, almost 7 years ago. So I help people, all over the country on this program, which is amazing. So that's what I do. I do most of my business is referrals, so I need to do networking just to, I work from home. So just to get out of my house kind of and meet people. So that's why I joined. I do speak also on a couple of different topics, and I'm developing kind of a women leadership speaking, some topics that I've been speaking on. So I'm sort of looking to develop that as well, because my last child just went to college, so I have more time than I used to have. And a resource, I don't know what resource, but I do know that the Diamonds do some masterminds, and I think that would be, I think that would be a cool experience with the right people. I think that could be really valuable and interesting too.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Chris, you are next on my screen.
Hi, everybody. Chris Vasiliadis. I am from the Merrimack Valley chapter in Massachusetts, and I have been a DOT since March of 2018 and a Diamond since enrollment last year. And I'm also going to be the Diamond trainer in the wellness space for this coming year. I'm a speaker, author, and health coach with my own business, Priority Wellness, and I've had that for a little over 11 years. And essentially, overall, what I do is I help people live in conscious ways that improve their health and performance. And my specialty is working with professional women who feel like they are at or approaching burnout and how they're running their lives. And I help them make changes that help them turn that all around and have steady, consistent energy.
Awesome. We're so excited
Yeah.
that you're here.
It's good to be here. It's good to see so many faces. And I would say one resource I need to take my business to the next level is, and I don't know if this is a trick question, Elaine, but continuing to be in my small group mastermind for Diamond over the next year. They've been invaluable for me this year, and that's definitely a resource that I'm going to continue to need to take my business, to
Yes.
continue to up-level my business.
Yes, they are invaluable, priceless, absolutely priceless. Thank you. Thanks for sharing.
Sure.
Lee, you are next on my list, love.
Hello, everybody. Lee Smith from Reno, Nevada. I have been a DOT since February 2015. I've enjoyed the journey. I have, as of late, become what I call a productivity architect with Upcycle Coaching. And Upcycle Coaching in and of itself is officially launching, although I've been working in it for a little over a year. And I am looking to be a guest trainer within the Diamond membership. And so I am here to find out more about the Diamond membership too, because I want to know my audience before I share information there. My specialties are in networking as well as productivity tips. So absolutely, Pam, we can have a private conversation and I can help you with that time element, although she stepped away from the the camera for the moment. So I love working with that. The one thing, the one resource that could help take me to the next level definitely is speaking opportunities. I love getting out and sharing my message. I currently run a weekly local mastermind. It has just the results I've gotten for the entrepreneurs and business professionals there has been so awesome. So I am looking forward to taking that to the next level. Thank you.
Awesome. So glad that you're here, and we're excited to have you as a guest trainer. One of our very new features that we're offering this year is having a guest trainers on our Business Connects. So, Carrie, you are next on my screen, love.
I'm going to assume you were talking to me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. It's Kari. My name's Kari Ainsworth. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I am the managing director of the Lewis, Delaware chapter. We launched October last year, so it's been a year, but I became a DOT a year and a half ago. Looking forward to hearing more about Diamond and being able to share that with my chapter as well. And a resource that I could use to take my business to the next level is, I'm gonna cheat and say two. Video editing, definitely, and marketing. My business is Flavor Time, where I help, I have a blog for food, fun, and wanderlust. So it's a food and travel blog. And then I also help people with their meal planning, prep, saving money, and eating better and getting families back to the dinner table.
That's exciting. I need you in my life. Awesome. Okay. Yulin, you are next on my screen.
Okay, I just unmuted myself. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Yulin Lee, and I joined Polka Dot back in December 2017. However, I didn't really get involved until, well, I would say August, September 2018 because of some family stuff. So I've really only been involved for over a year, and now I'm the managing director for the Palo Alto chapter in California. And I am a financial coach for women, and my specialty is working with mostly Gen X women who really, you know, they're at a point in their life where this is what I hear all the time is, gosh, I've been working for the last 20 years and now retirement is on the horizon and I realize I don't have much to show for financially. So it's for women who are at a point where they're really taking a hard look at their finances and thinking, what do I need to do drastically now so I can have, you know, a more security and stable retirement future. I am going to be a Diamond trainer this year, so I'm really looking forward to that. And what I need in my business is that I have been so focused and enjoying doing the one-on-one coaching because I really love that interaction. But I realized for me to, and I'm also ready to grow my business to the next level. And to do that, I need to do more group level coaching activities. So right now I'm actually looking at all the different tools for creating freebies, quizzes. And so all of those tools that I need to kind of up level myself a little bit, doing more group level work instead of one-on-one coaching.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. We're glad you're here. Heidi.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to see you all here. I am Heidi Jacoby. I live up in Hudson, New Hampshire. I'm part of the Merrimack Valley chapter and currently on your Diamond leadership team at coordinating the small masterminds. I am just excited to see you all here. My business is healingbaskets.com, inspirational gift baskets for all life's ups and downs. And I think what I'm really looking for is trying to find some really good focus time to figure out what I'm doing next. Because, I'm always looking to create something new. So I think you're all in a really great place. And I love to see how many people I already know and have spoken to. So this is going to be fun. Thanks, Elaine.
Thanks for being here. Miss Katrina, you are next on the screen.
Okay, I've been taking copious notes. I have no idea what I'm going to say. So I'm Katrina Sawa. I joined Polka Dot about last summer, a year ago summer. So I've been a Diamond. I jumped right into Diamond because I'm a worldwide chapter member. We don't have a chapter in Sacramento. The closest one is Reno or the Bay Area. And love Diamond. I've been posting all over today because this is probably the best investment I've ever made in the 17 years I've been in business, you guys. And I've spent 60 grand on a mastermind one year, and it wasn't as good as what I get out of Diamond. So I'm just telling you that it's a no-brainer. What I do in my business is I help people really get a jump start. And what came to my attention after an email I sent yesterday out was that some people think Jumpstart is only for new business owners. And yes, I love to help new business owners because I love to help you from making the mistakes and from spending money or time in the wrong places, with getting the right marketing in place, the right website, the right things you're selling, etc. But it's also for seasoned business owners who need to scale, who need to leverage more, who need different programs, who need to raise their rates, who need to have team, who need a better, more leveraged website too. So it's all about all of that. And so I'm a Diamond trainer for marketing. And I'm really good at those systems and things so you can do more but work less. The one thing I am looking to do to take to the next level is I'm already plotting out where I'm going to come speak next year. So if anybody wants a great speaker for their chapter, I'm looking at coming to the East Coast once and hitting a bunch. The Bay Area, and then I'm also looking for collaboration partners. So if anybody has a complementary business to this, I want to do some joint venture teleclasses, webinars, Facebook Lives, even stage swaps because I have live events. So those are what I'm looking for.
Awesome. We're so excited to have you. I've seen you twice today. And Heidi too, and Bonnie. We've already masterminded this morning. Okay, Kelly, you are next on my screen. There you go.
So technical difficulties. Hi, everybody. My name's Kelly Silva. I'm part of the Merrimack Valley chapter, and I've been a DOT since May of this year. So I'm a relatively new DOT. And I am a massage therapist, and I own a massage practice in my town. And I am looking for accountability because and I have being not a one-person show, but being in charge, I sometimes let myself slack off a little bit too much, and I need to get stuff done. So that's what I was pretty excited about.
That's me. You are not alone. I just want you to know that. You are not alone in feeling that way. Awesome. We're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Tina, you are next.
Sorry, I was right after you on the screen, so I was like, how am I next? Okay, my name is Tina Palmgren. I am in the Wausau Chamber Dots in Wausau, Wisconsin, and I have been a dot since June of last year. However, I took a job and was out for about 6 months, so I'm now back, and I am part of the leadership team in our group. And so my thing, what I do, my business is called Excelling Your Business, and I help businesses do their business better. So what that means is my background is finance and accounting, but I'm really into processes. So all the paperwork that everybody hates to do in their business that takes you so long, I streamline that, make it really simple and easy to do. A lot of times it's done in a click of a button and you don't have to worry about it because it's always accurate and it's always done right. So I just love helping people be more functional, be able to read their data and make better business decisions based off your information at the time you're doing it, not what you did last year, but your current data. Because it's very important to do that, to be able to say, where am I going and what's trending. So why am I interested in the dots? I've also been in a couple masterminds that I've paid a lot of money for and haven't gotten a whole lot out of it. And I've heard good things about the dot one, and I need the accountability, and I find that the masterminding is just amazing to further where you're going in life. So that's what I want to do. So really what I need is accountability, and probably for the business portion, I'm a numbers girl, so it's the words. I have a hard time. I have another business coach that's really good. I write something out and she writes it, and it's like, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So that's what I'm looking for.
Awesome. Super glad that you're here.
Thank you.
Robin, you are next.
I want to do what he's doing all day long. Doesn't he look like he has a rough life? So I live in Massachusetts. I'm a Merrimack Valley dot, and also going to be jumping around, trying some other chapters, meeting some other people and whatnot. What I need from Diamond is to figure out how to, well, a little bit of everything. The biggest thing is mindset for me. That's, you know, I have so many limiting beliefs, and definitely need to work on that. And then also, as a business, making it a business. You know, I've been in it for 2 years now. I do Chalk Couture, which is a DIY home decor product that you do with silkscreen and chalk paste. And it's a lot of fun. And I'm looking for creative ways to get information out there, to do workshops for people. And my why for doing it has to do with showing women that they really can be creative. One of the first things I hear out of people's mouths is, oh, I'm so not creative. And this product makes it so easy to be creative, and seeing women be astounded with what they create that's really what my why is about. I'm also a teacher, so just seeing that change in them and seeing them be proud of something that you know, they can hang up in their home is really cool. But then I also I have my lots of irons in the fire, and how to juggle that is really big. You know, right now, where I'm not bringing a lot of money in for Chalk Couture, I've been substitute teaching. And then if I substitute teach all day, I'm just too exhausted at the end of the day to do my business. So I think trying to figure out a balance, and yeah, so hope to learn a lot. And then also technology is the web development is something that I need help with.
Awesome. Glad you're here.
Thanks. Happy to be here. I'm really excited.
Good. Miss Bonnie.
Okay, got it. Good morning. I'm Bonnie McVie and with McVie Coaching, and I joined DOTS 1 year ago, and today I actually did my renewal, and I jumped right into diamonds. Smartest thing I ever did. Lots of what you ladies have already talked about. The mastermind was for sure one of the greatest things that helped me along. And not to mention the marketing, the SEO, the sales conversations, all of it. It's just amazing. I am going to be a trainer this year for diamonds, and I'm your mindset trainer. And I'm super excited. Mindset is foundational for everything we do in life. And I'm hoping to help you all make some big shifts, some transformational shifts in your thinking and your core beliefs. Super excited for this next coming year.
So glad you're here. Let's see here. Nicole, you've already gone. Carol, you are next on my screen.
Yeah, hi there. So like Heidi, I live in New Hampshire, but I am not in her chapter. I'm in a New Hampshire chapter, Concord, New Hampshire. I joined DOTS in June. I decided to be a diamond because I figured that would be the way to really start digging myself right into the community in a meaningful way. And what I desire is to really get so intimately involved in other people's lives and business as we co-support one another, that when I see them again, I really will have that, oh my God, is it really you moment, and so that's what I desire. So for my business, like many I'm finding in the community, I coach women in business, but my sort of slant on that is I take the ADHD entrepreneur and help him or her. Yes, I work with men, absolutely sure, for sure. Having the business that they probably only dreamed about, but were scared to do. So there you are. So that's what I do. And in Diamond, while I'd love to up level that. We always want to up level our business. What I really want is something that isn't that. What I want is I look at this initially, at least, to help further a dream that has been in the making for a few years, and I have no timeline on this, but I want to start sowing the seeds to a really big thing. And my really big thing is the Beacon of Light Center. So the home that I live in today, it is the Beacon of Light Center. And if money was no object, time was no object, and not like town regulations were no object, like I had no limits, this is what I would do, and this is what it would look like. I would buy this house. I would buy my landlady's house that's next door. I would join the properties. I would raise all the buildings. I would have one of my really good friends who's an architect, has an architecture company, design a new building and have it built. And I have a sketch of it. And it would be the Beacon of Light Center. We already have the first boat in the fleet. It has the Sea Breeze Sailing Center. And the mission of the center is up in the air, but basically it's a container to help all people, really, but basically it's women who have experienced trauma and move them through a process by which they heal. And then those healers then they become healers, because usually it's trauma that helps you, then you heal, and then you want to take that problem and help other people. So then there's that, and then the last piece of it would be up leveling and giving back. So maybe it's actually a circle now that I think about it, but that's a big deal, and a big, like, I have no small dreams, I guess. So that's really what I want, is to start putting those pieces in place. And I figured that if I'm in this, I'm in this amazing supportive community, and somebody will say like, oh my gosh, I know this person or that person, or talk to this, or here's how you could set it up, or talk to that. Like, I don't know what to do first, but that's what I'm doing.
Wow, that is so awesome. I love that you got it. You're just like, okay, I know what I want to do. We just got to figure out how to do it. And you are right that when like what I have found in Diamond is that you will be all of a sudden introduced to someone, and you will know that they were put in your path for a reason, right? And I find that happens a lot in Diamond, is that I've connected with people and I'm like, oh my gosh, I needed to hear this message today. And so you will find that support that you are looking for. Absolutely. It's going to come in magnificent ways. And I can't wait to watch this video in 1 year and see like where you've come, because I know that it's going to be amazing. I can just feel it in my core. I can feel it.
See, here's the thing, is no matter what, it'll be different than today.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be this to be okay. It can just be this, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Or it can be this even, and that's cool. So that's why I want to do it, and I'm super excited to do it. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Eileen.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
I'm sorry, I can't get my video to work in the car, I guess, unless you can see me and I don't know it.
No, we can't see you, but we can hear you though.
That might be good after this morning's client. I am an owner for 41 years, I almost hesitate to say that, of Organizing Relief, which is an organizing, coaching, and for business and startups. Started with universities and moved into the startup and small business sector, having been a coach for ADHD, trauma, TBI, and a lot of the executive functioning chronic disorganization, such that tends to fall right in the hands of pretty much any entrepreneur, male or female. I also do home offices and residences for the senior move management. A lot of near and dear are my vets, especially the young ones coming back with PTSD. And a lot of senior move management also involves a lot of physical limitations that come their way. I've been doing that for quite a while, and I'm looking at this diamond thing that I've been hearing a lot about. And really where I struggle is I don't have the wherewithal technology-wise. I need to really set time and really learn it, or decide the path is to pay someone to do it. When it comes to SEOs and websites, but more importantly, the networking day-to-day, week-to-week with various groups and parallel resources for my clients. That would be along the line of, I guess you'd call it marketing networking, or partnering in that regards. And it's all a big black cloud to me, so I really got to dig in and try to figure out my way there. So it really is a goal for me in 2020.
Awesome. Well, we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Okay, so Susie is next, but Susie can't talk, so she sent me her introduction to read to you guys because she's at work. And she's like, I can't. So she says she needs to leave the corporate world. She is in the Madison, Wisconsin chapter and has been a DOT since October of last year. She would like to be her own boss and help entrepreneurs and small businesses be more efficient and focus on what they do best. She loves sales funnels and strategizing to uncover new leads. She wants to help folks get in front of new audiences and spread their message. She also has extensive experience with event planning and being fun. And she loves the energy of Polka Dot Powerhouse. And okay, so that is Susie's, Susie Moon. That is her introduction. So we're gonna move on to Miss Paige Engel. The Paige Engel.
Hello everyone. I hope you can hear me. You won't be able to see me. Today is a day off from school, so I am navigating trick or treat candy high from yesterday and a little 10-year-old boy who's off from school. So I am Paige Engel, and I have been a dot for just over 3 years. I am the marketing director for Polka Dot Powerhouse Worldwide. So a lot of the messaging that you see regarding Polka Dot in the last year has been me. That's a new position for me. I am a speaker, author, and travel entrepreneur, as well as a personal branding strategist for entrepreneurs and executives who work in corporate America, helping them build their brand and authority both online and off. And I also have a Paris Inspired stationery line. So the thing that I love to do is to help people shine bright, whether that is them speaking or writing a book or all those things that help them create authority so that when someone Googles them, it's the message that they want to actually come up on the Googles and on the interwebs. And so that's what I help people with. For myself, a resource that I'm looking for to take my business to the next level this upcoming year is my Paris Inspired stationery line was a collaboration with another dot, Shauna Stanley. So super excited about that. And I am looking for people who have connections with boutique owners across the country. One of my goals is to get my cards into a certain number of stores nationwide. So that's going to be my goal for 2020.
Awesome. Her cards are so cute. I love them. Thanks for being here, Paige. So next up is Colleen.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. Well, I am technically challenged, so I did not put my video up there. I am a new member to DOT. I joined the Plano, North Texas, May of this year. My friend said, "You've got to check out Polka Dot." I says, "Who is that?" But I am so excited to be here. I am looking for a bunch of really cool women, and I'm already going to join the Diamond after hearing everybody here, and I identify with just about every one of you. My husband and I have had a construction business for over 40 years, and I'm married to my best friend. I am a new published author this year, starting over Toolbox, Reinvent Yourself at Any Age, and I'm learning to be a motivational speaker. So I have lots that I would like to contribute, but I also am challenged with the social media part. Instagram and I are not getting along with the picture uploads, finding the right app to schedule all that stuff out. So I know that I'll be able to find the right person, and I'm just really excited to be here. I'm excited to join a group of international women. It just looks like it's a lot of fun, and I was just going through several of the other deals on the Polka Dot website of how to put your profile out there. So I've been a little slow. My husband and I are adding almost 800 square feet to our house. And so I kind of take all our construction knowledge and I compare it to life. You need your hard hat to protect your brain. You need your goggles to protect your eyes so you can see the path you're going on. So I kind of take it from a little different perspective. And it's been a little crazy now, but we should be moving in this coming weekend. And I'm ready to get my mugshot up. I just had new pictures taken and be able to put my profile out there. So I'm really excited to be here and be a part of this great group of women.
Well, we're super excited to have you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. Angela, how are you doing, hun?
I'm great. How are you girls?
We're doing good. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us who you are and the name of your business? How long have you been a DOT and what chapter you're in? And what is one resource that you are looking for to take your business to the next level?
My name is Angela Nuss. I'm from Braintree, Mass. I'm a founding member of the Hanover area chapter. Hey, Nicole. I think that's you for my chapter. Yep. You just listed so much stuff. So I joined my dad doing commercial real estate officially this year. Well, unofficially last year, but whatever. We do commercial real estate in Massachusetts. And I'm still licensed in property and casualty insurance. I'm actually going to the convention this weekend here in Boston. And I'm taking my required ethics class. I'm the most ethical person you'll ever meet, and I have to take an ethics class, but that's okay. Counts towards my CEUs. What am I most looking for? I'm not really sure what I'm most looking for to get out of Diamond yet. You did a great job explaining it to me last week, Elaine, and I totally appreciate that. So there's just so much. I'm still trying to figure it all out. I'm definitely interested, which means I have to take a bunch of stuff off my plate, which is going to be hard.
I hear ya. Well, I'm glad you're here. Good to
Thank
see you
you.
again.
Nice to see you too. Sorry I joined so late.
No, totally fine. Totally fine. So, I am, we're going to hear from some of our speakers, I should say our trainers. So Chris, I'm going to let you talk first since you are right there. Can you kind of give people a little bit more overview of what your trainings are going to entail, and what people can expect to learn from you?
Yes, excuse me. Sure, thanks, Elaine. So like I said earlier in my introduction, I'm the wellness trainer, and wellness is a big umbrella. The slant and wellness that I'm going to focus on for this year is to focus on helping you all prevent burnout. And I feel like that's important in general, but it's especially important, I get the thumbs up from Angela, it's especially important when you want to up-level your business. You want to make sure you're not burning yourself out in the process. So that will be the slants of each of my monthly trainings. And just to give folks an overview, each trainer is going to give a monthly training. So you'll hear from each trainer once a month, and you can follow certain trainers. We generally recommend picking maybe 2 or 3 trainers to follow, because if you try to follow them all plus take advantage of everything else in Diamond, you will likely burn yourself out because there's a lot to choose from in the buffet of options. Each trainer trains once a month, and then those trainings are about no more than 10 minutes long, but then there are 2 intensives from each trainer. So each trainer has decided which months they're going to do an intensive, and that's a longer training, like at least a half hour. It could be as long as 90 minutes, but somewhere in there. Just to give you a flavor of some of the things that you can expect from me, we'll start in December with connecting burnout and energy to your performance excellence, because you'll hear me say this a bunch of different ways next year, but I firmly believe that your health and wellness is a tool to achieve whatever it is that's important to you and allow you to perform well. So I'm coming to you with kind of that slant and that lens. So kind of start with that level of thinking in December. And then from there in January, how do you integrate wellness into your 2020 themes or goals that you have for the year? And then sprinkled throughout the year, I'll be hitting different topics like inner balance, self-compassion. My intensives are going to be in April and May. In April, I'm focused on energy management, and that would be physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. How do you, number one, being aware of those, and then how do you use them to your advantage? And then my intensive in May is mindfulness and presence, and how to use both of those qualities in helping you prevent burnout and improve your performance. And then I won't go through every single month, but just to give you an idea, another thing that I'll be hitting is being watchful for where energy leaks out of you, and how do you be a master versus a slave to technology, in terms of, some of us feel like we're a slave to our phones, and how do we avoid doing that without burning out, yet still feeling productive. So I hope that gives you a flavor of what the wellness slant. It's a kind of a unique slant. But again, it's the slant is on burnout prevention in how you're running your personal and professional life.
I think it's so vital that we have this topic this year, because I feel like as women entrepreneurs, we love to take on sometimes more than we should, more than we can, really hold on our plates. And, just speaking from personal experience, from, being an entrepreneur, I thought I had to work every minute of the day. Like I wasn't, if I didn't, then I wasn't being productive and I wasn't being successful. And I finally was like, what am I doing to myself? And so a couple of years ago, my body said, well, I'm going to force you to rest. And it gave me pain in the form of sciatica for 2 years. So it forced me to rest. And so we can all take so many lessons from Chris to avoid having that situation where your body decides to give out on you and force you in the form of illness or other medical issues. You know what I mean? And it's just, I wish I would have met you before all that happened. I could have probably avoided being laid up in bed and being forced to rest,
Yeah, well, that's what happens. And on a personal note, how I got into health coaching was 3 years before I started my practice. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and that caused a whole bunch of lifestyle changes for me personally. And health and wellness became more of a priority for me. So the burnout piece is incredibly personal to me, because I feel like one of the main things I wanted to focus on for my own health was preventing burnout once I discovered that I had this chronic illness. So yeah, that totally resonates, Elaine. I want to help you guys be proactive in avoiding burnout before you get into a case of it becomes a medical issue.
Right. So we're so lucky to have you this year. So thank you for sharing.
To be part of the team.
Yes. Pam, how are you doing, sweetie? So excited to have you on as our brand new topic this year, which is business development. We haven't had that topic before, so I'm really excited to have that topic this year. So what are some things, a quick overview of what you are going to be sharing with Diamond members this year?
Yes, and I was just looking it up because I thought, oh, I better have the right names. So I am going to talk about things like the difference between attracting clients and sales. We're going to talk about defining our message, defining our vision, which is about really finding out your why and what you believe. We're going to talk about, there's going to be probably some overlap, but I do it from a different angle. In terms of branding, I do business and personal branding for people because that's part of how you attract clients. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about identifying your ideal client and a niche, really the nuts and bolts of creating a business that can be successful. That's what we're going to talk about.
Super excited. I'm really excited to have this brand new category this year. So
thank you. I'm excited to do it. One of my things about my mission really is that I want to help women learn to stand financially on their own 2 feet so that they can make an impact in the world. So many people go in business and they have no idea how to make money at it.
Right.
And I know I'm repeating, but what we said the other day, that 849 women start a business every day in this country, and 50% of them fail in 3 years, and 75% of them fail in 5 years. And it's my mission to stop that. That's awful.
Love it.
So let's do that. Let's stop.
Let's do that.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for sharing, and thanks for being here.
Of course. Thank you.
Lynn, how are you, honey? So excited to have you as our wealth trainer this year.
Yeah, I'm super excited too. So in terms of my coaching approach to finances and the overall financial well-being, I really like to take the holistic approach. It's because, it's really not about the money itself, but it's really about how do we better use the money as a resource in our life to really achieve what we want to do in life. And so, what Chris said and what Pam said earlier, it's very much, I'm totally on that same philosophy of having that balance. And so for finances, the balance is coming from both the mindset, like your relationship with money, and because all of our behaviors around money is coming from our really deep rooted subconscious beliefs and mindsets. And so unless we until we actually really get clear and get healthy with our relationship with money, it doesn't matter what I teach you about how to make more money or how to invest, because somewhere along the line we're going to trip ourselves, right, because of whatever's in here. So my coaching approach is really working on both sides, and really my personal belief is when you integrate the mindset work and the actual day-to-day, how do I manage, how can I be better with my cash flow management, how can I be smarter with my making decisions. When you integrate those two, that's really where the magic happens. And so both my coaching and then also the course that I developed for the Diamond program is really based on that framework and that philosophy. So in terms of the actual topics, we're going to start with understanding your money personality, and I'll have a little fun quiz for everyone to play and to really kind of understand where they're at. And a lot of it is, what I say is we have to be honest with where we are today if we want to make any improvements going forward. And then how to create a loving relationship. So once we know where we are and what kind of relationship we have, how do we create a more loving relationship between ourselves and our money? And then the third one is really about how your money habits are affecting your business. And again, it's all of us entrepreneurs, we're working really hard, we're really busy, right? But at the end of the day, how do we feel about our finances and where we are in our life? Like, are we really at where we are financially? And so it's really tying the money and all your busyness in your business and how that actually manifests as a result for yourself. And then I'm going to go over how to do a wealth checkup, because on the health side, we know we need to go get a physical once a year or twice a year, but how many of us actually do a financial checkup at least once or twice a year, right? And so I'll take you through that process. And then I'm not going to go through all of them, but what I also want to talk about is, as a business owner, it's not about how much we bring in, but it's at the end of the day, how much we get to keep. Because I often hear people say, oh, I just need to make this much and then I'll be fine. And then my follow-up question is, okay, so what is your expense ratio? They're like, oh, I don't know that, right? And so when we don't know these numbers, you can make more and more, but it may just be one hand in, one hand out, and what you're netting is going to be it could be totally different from what you expected. So I'm going to talk about that. And I'm also going to touch about investing, because I really believe that you can't save fast enough to keep up with inflation. So all of us, even for those of you who have a financial advisor managing your money, we need to have some basic understanding of investing, so that even if you have a financial advisor, you can have a more meaningful conversation and relationship with your advisor. And then if you want to do it on your own, then it's more reason to really understand the basics of investing, and also understanding what type of investing is right for you, right? So there's so many products out there, so many avenues. So where do I start? And that's the question I often hear. So I'm going to talk about that as well. So that's kind of, and then the other topic that I love talking about is how to talk about money with your children. Both, if you have younger children, and also if you have, like I'm going through that myself. I have a college student and a high school student. I have just updated our trust. But I realized going through that process, when we first set up the trust when they were little, our main concern is just about, I want to make sure there's enough money or people to take care of them, to raise them. But then now that my kids are in college and high school, I'm really thinking about, if something were to happen to me and they happen to inherit my assets, can they even handle it? Right? And so it's a very different conversation. So really, depending on the age group your kids are in, if you have kids, it's a different kind of conversation. So I'm going to touch on that as well.
Awesome. So excited to have you share this year. So thanks for being here.
Yeah. I mean, my goal is to get people to, like Pam said, be proactive in their finances and building their future, as opposed to what I deal with a lot with my clients is they come to me when they're in crisis, and it's just heartbreaking.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. Before I introduce the next two trainers, I want to just take a pause and share a couple of, we've had a lot of questions coming through the chat, and so I just want to take an opportunity to address any of those questions that you guys might have. So I did see some questions about the mastermind, so thank you, Chris, for answering that. But we have not only the small group masterminds, which are twice a month meetings, and we're going to start setting those groups up in December, and they'll be kind of broken up based on different times of day. So like it'll be kind of based on what you can attend. Of course, it's optional. It's not required to be in a small group mastermind, but I will tell you that participating in them has given members the best value, and the most results have been coming from participating in a small group mastermind. We also have a large group mastermind, which meets once a month. Our large group mastermind was actually this morning. It's on the 28th of each month, unless it falls on a Saturday or Sunday, then we either do a Friday or we do a Monday based on when that comes through. And it's about an hour and a half long, and it's everybody sharing what they're working on, a conundrum they might have, and we kind of talk it out and ask people what they're going to commit to for the next 30 days, if they'd like an accountability partner. So we kind of just go through, like a standard mastermind. The small group masterminds are where you really get a lot of in-depth conversations and deeper connections, because you're meeting together for, some regularly. So you really get to know these dots. And it's one of the things that people really love, is building those deeper connections with people. And collaborations have developed from those small group masterminds, which is always a really awesome thing. The other thing that I wanted to share is that we have our Business Connect the 12th of every month. And that is where we're going to have our guest trainer. So we do introductions. It's an opportunity to network and get to know all of the other members. And the guest trainer will have 30 minutes to present their topic, and it's just a really great opportunity to have additional education. Again, if the 12th falls on a Saturday or Sunday, we adjust it accordingly, and those also happen in the morning, so 10:30 Central Time, 8:30 Pacific Time. The other thing that we do is, so Chris mentioned that the trainers, there are 6 trainers, and they each do a monthly training the same time and day of the month. So we have a Google Calendar that's all set up, and it has everything plugged in. So you'll know exactly, like if you're following Chris, you'll know when her trainings are, and you can set aside time in your calendar to follow along or to watch the replay later. So our Facebook group that we have set up for this upcoming season, we have broken it up into units. So you, when our trainers do their training, we will go in and make sure that it's added underneath their category. So you will be able to easily find their training, or you can also find it on the website as well. If you're not as savvy on Facebook, you can watch the trainings on the website. So we have just lots of really cool features coming out. It is limited to 300 people. And we have our planner coming. We have a actual paper planner that'll be mailed to all of our members. My plan is, if people are enrolled by Veterans Day, they should get it by when we start December 1st. So our season starts December 1st, and that's when the party gets started. So the October, November timeframe is when we really take an opportunity to get to know each other, and people have an opportunity to introduce themselves and start making connections. And then our season begins December 1st. So I'd love to answer any questions that you guys might have. I promised we would keep this at an hour, but we still have 2 trainers to introduce. So anyone that wants to unmute themselves and ask a question, feel free to do that. Tina, I see your hand raised, so feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question.
So where in the Polka Dot on the login, where do we actually register or sign up to be the diamond? I'm not seeing it.
So if you go to the Join the Sisterhood page, then you will see the button to join Diamond membership. And so if you log in, it'll actually give you your prorated, your investment for Diamond will be prorated based on your length of time in Polka Dot and your original investment. Everybody's amount will be different.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, got it. Thank you.
Yep. Yes, Amy, you have a question.
Yeah, I tried to put in the chat, but now I can't even read the responses. So what do you think is the time commitment? You know, if we're trying to assess, you know, again, I'm sure it varies on how much time you participate, but, you know, do you have any rough guide on per week, per month, you know, what you think the time commitment would be to get some benefit from this, or a good benefit?
So one of the things that, you know, I like to tell people is that what you put in is what you're going to get out. So if you committed to 5 hours a month and you set aside the time how you wanted to spend those 5 hours, just as an example, let's say you have a couple of trainers that you want to follow their trainings, maybe the mastermind, maybe a business connect. You get to decide where are you going to get the best use out of your time. If networking is really important to you, then the business connect is going to be super important. If being able to bounce ideas off of some other people, maybe the small group mastermind is going to be important to you. So you really get to decide how involved you want to be and how much time you want to invest. But I will tell you that, you know, 80% of success is just showing up, right? So you have to decide what's important to you and where you want to spend your time. So it's going to be different for everyone, but we don't recommend actually trying to do all the things. It's going to be overwhelming, and then you're going to really need Chris for burnout, because you're going to be overwhelmed and stressed out trying to follow everything. So we recommend that you align yourself with 1 to 3 trainers maximum, but you can go and watch the replays anytime, right? So if you're driving in the car and you want to listen to some trainings from someone else, maybe you can do that right in the group. But you know, figure out where you are at in your business and what do you need to focus on, and then align yourself with those activities that are going to help you get you closer to your goal. And then you can pivot and make adjustments and changes as you go along. There is nothing that is set in stone. There's no attendance requirements.
Right.
You do what you can do.
I'm just trying to figure out what that would, I get what you're saying, but I'm trying to like assess it all, and I don't know how long it is to follow I don't know what all that equates to. But like you said, 5 hours a month, did you like pull that out of the air, or is that like, would you say, hey, if you've got 5 hours a month, that's good?
I pulled it out of the air.
Okay. So there is no answer. It sounds like.
If I could chime in, I would say a lot of people brought up accountability. If you want accountability, then at least participate in the large group mastermind, which is once a month. That's an hour and a half.
Yep.
If you want more accountability and closer commitment, that's twice a month, and that's also an hour and a half. So that's 3 hours. That's 3 hours right there if you're going to do it twice, plus another hour if you're going to do the business. So pick which of those you want, or do you want both? It's really deciding like what level of accountability. You're going to get deeper accountability in the small group mastermind. And then what Elaine said on the trainings, pick 3 trainers max that you want to follow, and maybe you pick a certain amount for a quarter and you rotate. Like this quarter I'm going to focus on these subjects, and next quarter I'm going to focus on the next set of trainers. And again, the trainings in large part, they're going to be 10 minutes each. Think about Facebook Live, so they're short. And I will add, the trainings are recorded, the masterminds are not recorded. So if you want to do that's a live thing. And the business connects are not recorded either, right, Elaine? Right. The business.
No, but I'm considering recording the training portion just so that members have an additional tool. I'm considering it. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, so you know, you might even just jump in a few things, say, oh, this kind of interests me, and then decide whether or not to, you know, continue going. I would say, if you know you want deep accountability, do the small group and do commit to that, because that is a commitment. It's a dedicated group of people that are meeting twice a month. where
Yeah, I like
everything else is like you jump in when you can. Does that help?
Yeah, thank you. That's very helpful. Like, I'm just trying to figure it all out. So that's very helpful, right? And then the training, you can sit on a Sunday and listen to the recorded trainings, but if you want to really be involved in something, you have to be on it and you have to be part of it. So I get that. All right, thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Anyone else have a question that they would like to ask? Okay, so Katrina, you are next on my screen. If you would like to introduce yourself as a trainer.
Okay. If you want to let somebody else go first, I put mine in there chat. Sorry, so I just figured you guys want it, so put it in there. But okay, well, I'll go real quick. I won't say all that I put in the chat, but mine's marketing, and the goal is to get you out of overwhelm, because too many people I talk to are overwhelmed with too many things to do, too many ideas, too many things that are suggested, and how you do it all. So it's either you don't know what to do or what to choose, or you don't know how to implement it. And so I help take that overwhelm out and confusion out of stuff, so you can actually get the right things done in order of importance, as far as the lead generation, the marketing, the follow-up, and the sales. So the things that will make your business make money, that's what I want to focus on. But that has to do with a lot of even website setup and systems on your website and the back end, because all of that matters with everything you're doing. So online and offline systems, automation, and marketing. So it's not just about like social media. There's so many things to running a smooth running, consistent revenue generating machine. And so all my topics are really focused on those nitty gritty specific things that you need to do, like speaking, like having an offer, like having a funnel, like having a landing page, like having potentially doing Facebook Lives, all the little nitty gritty. I'm good with the words on what to say, what to do, but most importantly, doing it in order of importance to reach your goals. Because too many people will start a new business and then they'll go decide to start a podcast. Well, that's not a good time to start a podcast if you're trying to start a business. You need revenue generating activities first and making money. So I stop people from making bad decisions too early on, hopefully, and help you get focused and clear on what you need to do so that you can reach your goals and ultimately build it to a more consistent place. So it's all of that and more. And I know it's a lot. And yeah, there might be some overlap with Pam and stuff, but it's all good because I think we have totally different perspectives, it sounds like, but they're both probably amazing to help people. So
yes, absolutely. Thanks for sharing that. Miss Bonnie, do you want to talk about your mindset training? What can people expect to learn from you?
So we are going to master your core beliefs, and we're going to start with you knowing who you are at the core of your being, your essence of essence, so that you have that as a foundation to go back to when those core beliefs get in your way. We are going to look at how those limiting beliefs manifest in your behaviors in life. And we're going to look at how deep that goes. And you'll be surprised. You'll be really surprised how deep that goes. We are going to look at living at effective your circumstances. We are going to look at what the anatomy of a transformation in your mindset looks like. We are also going to look at what it means to live 100% responsible at cause for your life. I've got a couple of exercises. We've got a clearing exercise, a context exercise, all for you to be able to check where you're at with your beliefs. My other intensive is going to be about the 7 levels of energy and where you're coming from in those levels of energy and how that affects people you work with, clients, and just other people in your life. So we're just going to get really deep in the nitty gritty of where those core beliefs come from and how they stop us and what the antidote is for those to get you in a place where you're coming from your essence and your behaviors change and your thoughts about really your life and your business. It's really exciting transformational work, and I think you'll all be super excited with how you'll see everything in your life shift.
Awesome. So thanks for sharing, Bonnie. So we also have a communications trainer. So Heather Rothbauer-Wanish is our communications trainer, and she's going to be sharing about how to write your bio and oh man, so much more than that. I don't have her syllabus in front of me, but really, really great stuff. Being able to, how to talk about you confidently, because it's really hard sometimes to talk about ourselves. So we're excited to have her. And I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anyone. I'm trying to go in my head. Make sure I'm not forgetting any of our trainers. Who am I forgetting, Chris?
There's the quarterly Connect with Shannon too. And I know that the name of that has changed over, or at least over this year. I don't know what it's going to be called next year.
So it's a master class with Shannon Crotty, and her, she told us, announced today on our Facebook Live that she's going to be talking about survival. And that's going to be her theme for this year's masterclass. So she does that quarterly. And then quarterly, we also have SMART Goals training, which I'll be hosting to really help hone in on those goals, and let's make them manageable, you know? So I see Angela loves SMART goals, so she's super excited. So yeah, we're going to be doing that as well. So thank you for reminding me of that, Chris. Appreciate it. So any other questions about anything at all as far as Diamond is concerned? Like I said, I want to make sure that nobody leaves here with questions. Or if you do, you're welcome to message me. Or Tina, did you have another question? Oh no, you're saying goodbye.
I just wanted to point out that all of us trainers are super willing to have side conversations with you if you have any other questions about Diamond and or what we are offering, how we use Diamond, how we made it more successful for our own businesses and our own life. So please reach out if you have any questions at all.
Thanks, Bonnie. Nicole?
Sorry, forgot I had to unmute. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I'm just curious, somewhere along the way was mentioned that there are 10-minute sessions. The 10-minute sessions, are they within the small group and the large group masterminds, or is the 10-minute thing something different?
So the 10-minute trainings are on Facebook Live, and then, yep, they're saved so you can watch the replay. But they're kind of scattered throughout the month.
In the Diamond group.
In our Diamond Facebook group.
Okay.
Just for Diamond members. So they'll hop on a live at a certain time every month and deliver their training, and then it'll be available for replay either in the group or on the website.
Okay, and those will be labeled sort of like an event, so you'll know that they're coming up?
Yes. Yep.
Awesome.
And every Sunday we have a calendar coordinator, and she'll do a Sunday post where she'll share about what's going on, what's coming up the week. So it just kind of gives you a reminder. Oh yeah, I wanted to catch that. You know.
Good. All right. Awesome. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And just to add on that, Nicole, so basically each trainer has chosen their own date and time of the month that they're going to do their training. So for example, mine are going to be the second Tuesday of every month at 3 p.m. Eastern. So once you decide which trainer you follow, you'll get to know what their schedule is, number one. But number two, once you become a Diamond, you'll get access to the Diamond area on the Polka Dot website, and that has the entire training schedule posted on it. So you'll get to see where everything is. So yeah, it's the 6 trainers. We're the ones who are doing the 10-minute trainings every month.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 2 intensives each year that are longer.
Yeah, and the intensives are hosted on Zoom. So you'll have actual opportunity to talk and ask questions and get clarification and things like that. So yeah. And then so there's a way that you can actually merge the Diamond Google Calendar with your own calendar. So you can, like I have a way to see all of the trainings that are coming up that day or that week, and I can, plan accordingly and not schedule things during that time if I really want to catch it. So, and that's something that we'll actually teach you how to do. So if that's something that you're like, oh, I want to have access to I want to have the calendar in my calendar, we'll show you how to do that. Kari, did I see your hand? No?
No, I was just saying, yes, I want to learn about that. And
Okay.
so, yes, I was just agreeing, like, yes,
Okay.
I want to learn.
Yeah. So awesome. Well, does anybody else have any final questions? I know we've kept you 15 minutes longer than I promised. So happy to answer any additional questions that someone might have. Okay, well, thank you all so very much for being here today. I appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to come and learn more about Diamond membership. And we hope that you'll consider joining us. But if you have additional questions, please feel free to reach out. You can message me on Facebook. You can email me at, puppy wants in, Elaine@polka.powerhouse.com. And I'm happy to answer any questions. So thank you guys so very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Bye.